Hi guys, it's me Ty here, and today I'm going to talk about what to do if your Yamaha G22 golf cart won't start. So we had one that came in, and um, how I how we ended up diagnosing it was I went ahead and uh, s- I went to go try and spray some ether because I wasn't sure if it wasn't getting spark or if it wasn't getting gas. So I sprayed ether into the air box and it wouldn't start. So I pulled the air box off and I sprayed ether into the carburetor and it still wouldn't start. And then I pulled the carburetor off and sprayed directly in the cylinder and it fired right up and started to drive it or whatever just off the ether. And then as soon as it ran out of ether, it died. And just to double check myself, I went ahead and I pulled the outgoing line off of the fuel pump on it and started cranking it, and it was just pouring fuel out. So that was working good. And also, when I pulled off the carburetor, the fuel bowl was completely full. So then I went in, I pulled the spark plug off, and I put a spark checker on there, and that was sparking good. And then I ended up pulling the spark plug out and hooking it back up to the wire that it was hooked to, the coil, the spark plug wire, and I cranked it, and the spark plug was sparking good, so I knew I was good there. Um, so when I decided to pull the carburetor apart and clean it all up with carburetor cleaner, and there was one of the jets inside of it. It looked like it was plugged, and I tried using some torch tips, cleaners for just the torch, the little wire, the little brushes that go in there, or the little files is what they are. And I couldn't get any of them that were small enough, so I ordered a brand new carburetor off of eBay, just a Chinese one, but it was identical looking. And I tore that one apart, and that jet, because I want to steal that jet out of there, and that one looked plugged just like the other one, so that's how that must be designed. But just to cover my butt, I pulled that jet out of there and I put it in my old one and it still wouldn't start. And then I ended up using the brand new carburetor. It still wouldn't start. So I just didn't know what to do. So I we ended up sending it into a mechanic at their service shop. And what they diagnosed it was that the accelerator cable was broken because I went in there and looked at it and he's like, "Yep, the end of the cable sure as heck had snapped." And I checked everything on the carburetor. There's two throttle linkages going there, and he's like, anybody that's new to golf carts, he's like, your accelerator cable, like your carburetor is on the front of your engine, um, whereas your accelerator cable it runs from your gas pedal and it runs all the way to the back side of the engine. And he's like, it what was happening is he's like, you were trying to give a gas or whatever, but with the accelerator uh, throttle or cable or whatever, he's like, you it just wasn't giving enough acceleration to fire off the engine. So if this happens to you guys, that's probably what it could be. So if you guys like this money saving content, like, share, and subscribe. All right, take care.